Hello everyone, welcome to Gamers Multispot. This is A-Rec, and tonight, we're going to be doing some flying. So come along, bring in your comments, bring in your questions. We're going to relax, we're going to do some checkups, or I'm sorry, some checklists. Super excited about that. I love checklists. I have comfort in checklists. Just something about checklists that are comforting. Oh yeah. So today, we've got our head tracker on, and we've got our video on, so you can see my head moving around with everything. I do have my control panel camera, but not going to be using that today. So, let's get it going. So for today, we're flying a Cessna172S G1000. So this is what they call a glass cockpit. And I have the checklist here for this particular aircraft. So our pre-flight inspection and passenger briefing has been completed. So let's go ahead and make sure that our seats and seat belts are in the right position. So we would put our feet on the floor and ensure that the seat does not move. Our brakes test and set. Circuit breakers. Circuit breakers. The head thing's going a little nuts. Let's take off my yoke here. Alright, there's our circuit breakers are all in. Check. Electrical equipment is off. Avionics bus 1 and 2 is off. Check. Fuel selector valve should be. In both it is check, and the fuel shutoff valve is pushed in. Check. Okay, that is our pre-flight. Now we're going to start up. Throttle should be open to 1/4 inch. It's just a little bit. Mixture's going to be on idle cutoff. Standby battery, we're going to test and hold for 20 seconds in this aircraft. That is required. Here we go. Oh, I'm sorry. Test. 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000, 11,000, 12,000. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, yeah, now we're going to turn it on. Make sure it comes on. It is coming on. When it comes on, make sure there are no red X's on the engine indicating, which there are not. Bus E volts, 24 volts minimum. Bus M volts, 1.5 volts maximum. Battery S amps, discharging, check. Standby battery annunciator, verify on, check. Propeller area, clear prop. Alt and battery masters are going to be switched on. Go. Beacon, switch on. Okay, fuel pump. We're going to hold the fuel pump for 3 to 5 seconds. Okay, mixture, we're going to set it to rich for 3 to 5 seconds, and then we're going to change it to off as we're doing that. Magneto switch, we're going to move that to start, and as we start it, we're going to switch our mixture, we're going to advance it to rich. Again, clear prop. Go. We do not need to have the mixture all the way in while we're performing ground operations. Oil pressure, we're gonna bring this up to 1,000 RPMs. We're gonna make sure oil pressure comes up. There it is. Our amps charging. Low volts annunciator is not shown. Check. Lights on as required. We're gonna put on our taxi and landing for now. Okay, avionics bus 1 and 2 on, so we're going to put on our avionics master. Come over here. Go ahead and flip that switch, put on our primary display. Today, you guys, we're at Falcon Field in Mesa, Arizona. This is my home field. It's where I am accustomed to fly. I have ridden in an aircraft and flown an aircraft as a passenger here at this airport. We got the windsock right in front of us. It's very handy that it's right there. Okay, here we go. We're continuing with our checklist. Amps, battery charge bulb, AVX bus on. Check. All right, pre-flight. Mixture, idle, cutoff. No. Throttle full, magneto switch to, oh wait, I'm sorry. This is the, if it's flooded. It's the same checklist, just different scenarios. So, take that back. Let's keep it going. We do need our tax. We did switch that on. We need our taxi clearance now. That's going to be the first thing that we do. So let's get our taxi clearance from Falcon Ground.
Falcon Ground Cessna2 Alpha 653 Foxtrot with Quebec request taxi for takeoff, touch and go.
Cessna2 Alpha 653 Foxtrot taxi to and hold short of runway 22 left via taxiway Delta Alpha.
Yeah.
Contact tower on 124.6 when ready.
Okay, we got that.
Taxi to and hold short runway 22 left using taxiway Delta Alpha Cessna 53 Foxtrot.
Taxi and hold short runway 22 left using taxiway Delta Alpha Cessna 53 Foxtrot. Did everybody get that? Let's go. Let's take off our parking brake. Let's put our view head back on. Parking brake off. Let's put our yoke on again. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get taxied out to the run-up area. Let's do this. Never mind that guy. He's always standing there. They don't actually get hurt. That's the secret. So when you're rolling out and you're taxiing, you know, you should already know your airport pretty well. You would have already pulled up the diagrams prior to this, and I'm gonna check left and check right, make sure no one's coming, and continue along my taxiway Delta Alpha to runway 22 left, which I'm gonna run up and before I hold short. So we've checked our direction. Because the wind is coming in from that direction, we want to put a little bit of left aileron into the wind. Okay, it's always a good idea to do that because we want to act like we're flying the plane at all times. Now we're going to our run-up area. Now this is the run-up area. They've extended this in real life. It's not this cramped. It actually goes out a little further, but for now we're just gonna do our little turn on the catwalk, right here. Okay, so we're gonna bring it back down to 1,000 RPM, so we're gonna go to our run-up checklist. A run-up checklist is just what you do in an aircraft prior to taking off. So before you even take off, you gotta make sure some of these things are in place. So your parking brake, we're gonna set that. Make sure, because we're gonna be doing some running up things, running up the engine. So the engine's gonna be revving and pulling us, and we don't want to be going anywhere when that happens, okay? Our seat backs are full and upright. Our seat and seat belts are checked and secure. Cabin doors are closed and locked. Check. Flight controls free and clear. We're gonna make sure ailerons are moving. We're gonna make sure that our elevator is moving. I can look around the back. Let's see if I can do this. Here, right here. See that? That's the rudder. And you see the elevators, so that is moving correctly up and down. So we're good. All right, the next thing we're gonna look for is autopilot. We're gonna check the operation of the autopilot. We're just gonna see it. We see a green comes on, and then we're gonna turn it off. And we should hear the button. Hear the bing for disconnected. Primary flight display. Make sure there's no red X's on the flight display. We're gonna look at our altimeters. Our set. Let's go ahead and get our ATIS while we're here. So the ATIS is airport information. And it's Quebec. 200 Zulu. Wind 270 with 3. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 42, dew point 10. Altimeter 2977. So we're going to come here.
Altimeter 29.77.
Right here, see this little blue thing? We're going to rotate this down to 77.
Landing and departing runway 22 left and runway 22
There it is,
right.
2977.
VFR aircraft, say direction of flight.
And we've already set
All
our
aircraft read back hold short
remaining in the
instructions.
pattern.
Advise controller on initial contact. You have Quebec.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and continue with our run-up because we have our ATIS information. Our altimeter is now set correctly. Moving on. G1000 altitude set. We're not doing any altitude checking. Standby flight instruments. Check. Primary flight display. Main flight display. Avionics. Check. Fuel quantity. Check. Mixture. Rich. We're going to do fuel selector valve on both. Check. Manual electric trim. That's optional. Throttle. We're going to bring it up to 1800 RPMs. Okay, so from here, we're going to check the magnetos. The magnetos are down here on where the key is. And you can switch them from left to right. And what we're looking for is a drop in RPMs of about 150. Okay, that's the left we're checking. Okay, we're going to put it back to both. It's going to go back up, and then we're going to see if the right has the same 150 drop. That's a check. We're going to go back to both. VAC indicator is check. Engine indicators check. Amp meters, voltmeters are check. Annunciators are not shown. Throttle, we're going to bring it down to idle. Make sure that it idles with no issues. Throttle, 1,000 RPM or less, we bring it back up to 1,000 RPMs. Here we go. Now that we're going to be taking off, before takeoff, a couple of things that we want to make sure we're doing. We got our mixture rich and set. It's going to be set at rich. Our elevator trim is going to be set for takeoff. We're going to take off with 10 degrees of flaps. Let's go ahead and drop those down. See if I can just turn my head. There we go. See that? 10 degrees flaps right there. Okay, so, and we're going to make sure that our lights are on as required. Now we're going to go ahead and turn on our nav and our strobe. Takeoff, departure, briefed, emergency procedures, briefed. There's a fire extinguisher over there. There's a puke bag in the corner, or a puke bag in the pocket if you need it. Let me know if you're going to puke. It is now 8 p.m. on my watch, but it's about 2 p.m. in the afternoon on the sunny day here at Falcon Field Airport in Mesa, Arizona. Now we're going to release our parking brake because we're going to get down to business. Business, if you will. Here we go. Okay, so takeoff. So let's go ahead and head. All right. Let's head to the runway. We're going to hold short, and we're going to request takeoff clearance. We're going to request takeoff clearance from Clarence. Always looking around, always making sure we're stopping short of the double yellow and the broken double yellow. Okay, the double yellow's on this side, therefore we don't cross that without permission. So now we're going to go to tower, and we're going to request takeoff clearance.
Falcon Tower Cessna 2 Alpha 653 Foxtrot, ready at runway 22 left, touch and go.
Cessna 2 Alpha 653 Foxtrot, altimeter 29.77, wind 270.
We're going to do some touch and goes.
Left touch and go approved. Cleared for takeoff, runway 22 left.
Clear for takeoff, runway 22 left, Cessna 53 Foxtrot.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 22 left, Cessna 53 Foxtrot.
All right, let's go, guys. Here we go. No, we're just making sure, again, no one's coming down the runway. We do have an aircraft down yonder. I do have a Cessna right behind me. See, I got someone right there. I have someone over there, 3,700 feet, but it looks like there's a ways out. So, hey, we do have some traffic behind us. That's nice. All right, don't mind the advertisement on Spotify. Okay, here we go, you guys. When we take off, okay, we want to have our aileron into the wind a little bit, and we want to move it to full throttle. We're going to rotate at 55 knots. Airspeed's alive because our needle's moving. We're at 50. 55, rotating at 60. Okay, we are airborne. Flaps are up. Okay, now we're pitching for climb. I'm off target, and I'm sinking because I was trying to change the music simultaneously. Don't try to change the music on your headset while you're taking off. I just didn't like that music, and of course the advertisement had to happen right as we're taking off. Yeesh. Okay, so in the we're going to remain at 1,000 feet above AGL, above ground level is the pattern minimum. You have to be at a minimum of 1,000 feet above ground level. So now we're going to make our left turn. So we're at 1,900 feet. We're going to turn off our flight director. We don't need the flight director while we're staying in our pattern. Flight director is that little purple thing on the screen. We don't need that. And we are focusing on 22. We want 22. I may have passed it. I may have overshot it. No, I haven't overshot it. I'm still good. I'm still good. Okay, so we want 22 on the compass. We want that on the right-hand side. It says 20. We have 21 and 22. There's 22 right there. We want to make sure our climb-out speed's about 76 knots. And 2,200 feet is where we're at. We want to get to about 2,300 feet. Once we're there, we're going to make our downwind leg turn. Very good, very good. Okay, so let's go ahead and make that turn. Now we're going to make sure that we are maintaining altitude while we're in our turn. We're going to put a little bit of right rudder as we straighten out. And we're also going to bring our RPMs down to about, I'd say, 2,200 RPMs. 2,200 RPMs seems reasonable. I mean, that's just, you know, the nature of the aircraft. I'm waiting a little bit, only because I'm a little higher than I wanted to be, but that's okay. Okay, we're going to trim for level flight now. Hero! Okay, there's our airport. Now we want level flight. That looks pretty close.
Cessna 53, Foxtrot wind 270, entry.
Okay.
Clear touch and go left traffic runway 22 left.
Cleared for touch and go runway 22 left Cessna 53 Foxtrot.
Okay, so we want to see the airport at 45 degrees from where we're at. That is going to ensure that we are taking the appropriate angle. Let's go ahead and begin to make that turn. I'm sorry, we're going to cut our power first to 1,700 RPMs. And then we're going to wait for the white line on our airspeed where we're there. So that means we can deploy 10 degrees of flaps now and start making our base leg turn. Our target airspeed for approach is 65 knots. I could have sworn I heard an airliner flying over my head. 10 degrees of flaps, full power. We have a little bit of right aileron to ensure that we don't go off the runway. We're still flying the aircraft. Airspeed's alive. We're at 55 knots. We're going to rotate. We're airborne. Airspeed is up. Our flaps are up. Now we're pitching for climb. Again, we're focusing on 76 as our climb out speed today. Every day in this aircraft, 76 is a good climb out speed. Boy, what an experience. Connecting, disconnecting. I'm wondering if you guys can hear me the way I want you to hear me. Like now, like now, I just don't know if it's too loud, if it's okay. I'm gonna have to test out the stream after this. I'm with OBS Studios, so I apologize for any inconveniences.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
Okay, you know, we're still just on our heading. It said don't sink. I'm trying to multitask here a little bit. Doing it for the stream. Okay, we're on a nice climb out, and there's our airport over there. We're gonna level out. No, never mind, we're not gonna level out. I don't know why all of a sudden. Yeah, there we go. My airspeed's back. Holy cow! Where are you going? Must be a little windy. Okay, we're gonna make our downwind turn. Eyes are in the aircraft for me right now. You know, I'm really trying to ensure that I'm doing this correctly. 2,200 RPMs. That's what I want. Okay, let's see if that lines up adequately. Straight and level flight. It is a little bumpy.
Cessna 53, Foxtrot wind 270 at tree. Cleared touch and go left traffic runway 22 left.
Clear for touch and go, runway 22 left, Cessna 53 Foxtrot. Okay, I just hit the button. Why did you not respond? Please, there we go.
Clear for touch and go runway 22 left Cessna 53 Foxtrot.
Okay, let's go ahead and bring our airspeed down to 1,700 RPMs. Deploy 10 degrees of flaps. And make our base. Alright, now we're turning on our final. And I'm just being a little quiet right now because I want to make sure I'm flying the airplane correctly. I mean, you know, you're not doing a whole lot of talking on takeoff, landing, you know, around this area of the airport. You're really not. You're just not. If you were to take our power back a little bit, just a little bit, maybe give it a little bit back right now. And for some reason we're at 70 knots. I want to slow that up, hold this nose up a little bit. We'll deploy our 30 degrees of flaps here shortly. Oh, maybe I didn't do 20 degrees yet, and that's why. Okay, here we go. We're coming in. I'm lining up these rivets on the center line. That's the goal. I just want to line them up. And we got 30 degrees of flaps, full flaps down. We're gonna cut our power back. As soon as we come down, oh, come on. What? A bow, I bowed it. Okay. You know, this view on my head is kind of messing me up a little bit. Let's go ahead and bring the flaps up. I didn't approach that very well. I didn't have my 20 degrees of flaps down until I was really close to the runway. So I had a lot of speed coming in, which is why I bowed. Okay, so the airspeed's alive again. We're doing another touch and go. A lot of traffic tonight. Okay, we're gonna rotate. This time we're gonna stay on center line. Focus on staying on the center line. Airspeed's up, so our flaps are up. Pitch forward. Climb out. There we go. Lots of traffic. Lots of traffic coming into the Phoenix area. Tonight, it is Sunday night. Hope you guys are having an awesome Sunday night. We're here at Falcon Field Airport in Mesa, Arizona. It's 2:30 p.m.-ish right now. We decided not to fly at night. Hallelujah. Here we go. We're going over here.
Don't sink.
We're not sinking, but for some reason there's some shears right here, man. There are some shears right here. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so that's, look at all the traffic. So we're good though. We're just gonna remain in the pattern. So we're on our second touch and go, right? No, our third, because the first one like pretty much disconnected. It was pretty pathetic. You know, I dislike it when it disconnects like that, especially when I'm trying to do my thing. You know what I'm saying? Okay, here we go. Ha, 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 he, ha, huh. I don't know how many people are watching me, but hi. Level flight action, like just some steadiness with the aircraft at this point. My goodness, what's my trim is huge. Okay, let's bring that trim down.
Cessna 5 tree, Foxtrot wind 270 at tree. Clear touch and go left traffic runway 22 left.
Clear touch and go runway 22 left, Cessna 53 Foxtrot.
Cleared for touch and go runway 22 left, Cessna 53 Foxtrot.
I'm seriously trying to manage my airspeed with my, you know, trying to get this down. 1700 RPMs. Okay, here we go. We're gonna let the white line come up. I am a little shallow. 10 degrees of flaps. We're gonna turn left. Astro Monkey, Lucid, AQ. Hey, we got a lot of people flying out here today. Welcome out. Welcome out. Okay. What are we doing? Why am I dropping so fast? Okay, I wanted to see if I could just land. weird stuff going on, man. Weird stuff. Weird, wild stuff. Like, I am down here with power lines. Not entirely sure why I'm being pushed down. I think my trim is just... Maybe it's just out of control or something. I don't know. But this is much lower than I should be, let me tell you. I'm just going to fly a little lower for this one just to say hi to everybody. How about that? How about that? That's what I'm doing. I'm going to do that the whole time. Is that the airport over there? Yes, it is. Alright, so we're going to do a little maverick maneuver. Take sharp rights. We have full power. I'm not tripping. We're not going around. I'll show you what we're going to do. We're going to go over the golf course. So here's what we're doing. Lock that. Take us back to the regular spot. Stand up. This is the spot I like to land in right here, without the head thing. Too fast. I came in way too fast.
Stall.
Yeah. Alright, so we're going to do one more. And it's going to be the prettiest circuit we've done so far. Because all these other ones have been pretty scary. Airspeed's alive again. Okay. Alright, we're almost there. We're going to take off. Here we go. Here we go. We're airborne. And we got our airspeed. And our flaps are up. And we're pitching for climb. I think some of that, some of the wind is causing our trim to be at a higher percentage. And when that happens, it defines the controls of the aircraft a little bit differently. And one without experience just needs to be patient and just fly the airplane as best you can, right? Because you never know. Okay, let's go. We're going to take our left turn, and we're just going to do a nice gentle turn this way we maintain our altitude. There we go. We don't want to sink. And see, that's pushing us down again. Okay, hello. We've got coloring sign 284 at 5,600 feet, and then we've got American Airlines. Boy. Lost a little bit of our airspeed. Here we go. Making our downwind turn. Okay, now that we're on our downwind turn, we're going to level off at 220 degrees at our butt and 40 degrees at our front. And we're going to bring our power down. That's great. We're still climbing a little bit.
Foxtrot wind 270 at tree. Cleared touch and go left traffic runway 22 left.
Clear touch and go runway 22 left, Cessna 53 Foxtrot. I didn't want to touch and
Clear
go,
touch and
but,
go runway 22 left, Cessna 53 Foxtrot.
I'm going to cancel landing intentions.
Falcon Tower, Cessna 53 Foxtrot, cancel landing intention.
Cessna 53 Foxtrot, your cancellation is received.
Oh, come on. I didn't want to go off the airport thing. Press full stop.
Falcon Tower, Cessna 2 Alpha
10
653
degrees
Foxtrot
flaps.
is 3 miles east, 2,400 feet with Quebec to land.
And we're going to start our base
Cessna 2
lane.
Alpha 653 Foxtrot Falcon Tower. Altimeter 29.77, wind 270 at tree. Enter left base runway 22 left.
Left base runway 22
Cessna
left.
53 Foxtrot wind 270 at tree. Clear to land runway 22 left.
Clear to land 22 left, Cessna 53 Foxtrot.
Clear to land runway 22 left, Cessna 53 Foxtrot.
Just need to slow down. I think that's what it was, you know. It's important to slow down when you fly, and I overshot. I was too slow. Yeah.
Albertsons organic produce, fresh treats from the bakery. Oh, paper towels. Hang on, I gotta place another order.
I need paper towels. I've got to place an order.
$10 off your first order using the code Albertsons10. Offer valid for a limited time. Minimum order $35.
Okay, we're coming in.
Additional terms apply.
20 degrees of flaps. Lock it, put it back where it belongs, step it up. Guess what I'm doing is I'm aiming that line of rivets right at the end of the runway, or right at the numbers, if you. Okay, I'm dropping the speed because we have a lot of headwind. I think yes, it's giving me a lot of speed. 30 degrees of flaps now. I probably should have played that card earlier, again to slow down. Again, I came in too fast on the down slide, and I'm just all wonkiness coming in this way, but that's okay.
Cessna 53 Foxtrot exit runway when able.
We'll do.
Cessna 53 Foxtrot contact ground on 121.3.
121.3 Cessna 53 Foxtrot. Have a good day.
121.3 Cessna 53 Foxtrot.
Dipey plane. Okay, let's contact ground. Taxi to parking. Okay, so here we are on our landing. What is happening? It looks like it's locked up or something. Landing. We did our landing. Landing. What is happening? Is this locked up now?
Cessna 2 Alpha 653 Foxtrot taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway Alpha Echo.
Alpha Echo. Cessna 53 Foxtrot. Okay.
Cessna 53 Foxtrot, hold position, caution other traffic.
Okay, yep. Holding other traffic. Cessna 53 Foxtrot. I just said it. Oh, okay, they heard me. I just didn't call it out. Alright, well, we are holding for traffic. I'm trying to figure out where that traffic is. Over here, maybe? I don't see it again. You know, it always happens like this. And there's literally no traffic coming up, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull forward into my parking spot. They'll have me sitting there for like 5 minutes. Okay, here we go. Coming in to park. Yeah, it's probably that aircraft over there, but it's okay. We're parking right back where we were before.
Cessna 53, Foxtrot, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Cessna 53 Foxtrot, thank you. Okay, so we're gonna bring it down to 1,000 RPMs. Okay, so yeah, I gotta quit saying queso like quesadilla, queso. All right, so we're gonna pull out our mixtures. We're gonna turn off all of our switches. Make sure that our fuel selector valve is on both, and this is pulled out. And turn off our avionics. Turn off our mag switch. Turn off our batteries. All right. Wow. Do we have a parking brake? Is on. Put the yoke back in there. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me today on this amazing flight, this amazing lesson that you will learn a little bit from and become a little better pilot from it. I had a great time today. Keep going. Talk to you later.